Good morning, my friends. It is Tuesday, and I am going to bring you along for a full day of eating today. Just a regular day here today, working, waiting on the babies to get here. Got up, worked out, did a good workout, did what's called a Tabata workout, and that is when you do the same exercise for, depending on, what the schedule is. You do the same exercise for 20 seconds. You get a 10-second break, do it again. You do it 8 times, then you get a 1-minute break, and then start the next exercise. And depending on your workout, it can be 3, it can be 4 different exercises. So this morning, mine was only 3. It was, what did I do? Reverse push-ups. It's when you you lay on your back and do push-ups from your elbows. It's good for your core. And then my second exercise was, squats. And then my third was plank jacks. So did that and then did a really good warm-up, did a really good cool down. And that's all I did this morning, because that's all I had time for. Got lunches made for Andrew and Doug. It's just easier for me just to throw Andrew's together when I throw Doug's together. I mean, he's more than capable of packing his own, and he thanks me profusely every morning for doing it. I'm doing Doug's anyway. Might as well throw Andrew's together. And got them breakfast. Doug actually left for work a little bit early this morning because he has to come home and grab Zelda. She is going to the vet today to get spayed. So she has to be dropped off between 8 and 8:30. And that's when my babies arrive, between 8 and 8:30, so I can't do it. So he's going to run home and do it, and then we pick her up tomorrow after 10:30. So she is there for a little bit more than 24 hours, but that's that. Andrew is subbing today. His full-time permanent sub gig starts next Monday, so he's just subbing randomly this week. What else? I guess that's it. We had our last soup and scripture last night. I'm going to miss it, but our next Bible study starts in May, and it's going to be the book of Matthew, and it is 24 weeks. It is a really deep dive. It's a good one. I think we're going to break over this summer, though, and not do it in half of June, July, and August, which is good because it's on Mondays, and Monday's my shore day. So anyway, I guess that's it. Like I said, I'll bring you along for a full day of eating today, and I haven't been doing full days of eating because honestly, I have not been eating lunch. I just, I struggle with lunch. I talk about that all the time. I need to get my pork roast thawed. I forgot to take it out yesterday. Took it out late last night, and I'm gonna put it in a sink of cool water to thaw, because that is what is for dinner tonight. We are having a beautiful pork loin roast with sauerkraut and mashed potatoes, but it's not gonna get cooked if it doesn't thaw. I just like to roast it in the oven, so it'll thaw, it'll be fine. It doesn't have to go in the oven till 2:30. It is Tuesday, so we eat a little bit early because Doug has school. Actually, this is the last day of the semester for Doug. He gets 2.5 weeks off before he starts again. This was an easy semester for him. They already warned him that next semester is really, really hard. So he has social justice, which they say is one of the hardest classes you'll take. And he has canon law, which is very, very dry. So he's really going to have to focus on that one. But anyway, it'll be nice not to be rushed on Tuesdays and Thursdays for 2.5 weeks. I'm just babbling now because, just trying to get everything together. My morning routine is almost all done. And I have a little bit of time before the babies come. So I'm going to finish up my menu for next week. I do next week's menu on Monday and then fine tune it over the week. And don't think I don't hear you, because I do hear you. A couple people have been asking lately if I would stop doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner all separately. I started that like a year and a half ago because it worked better for me, but everybody's asking if I would just do a day at a time. So I made a new menu planner yesterday. I need to get that up on the website. I wasn't going to put it up on the website till Friday, but I'll put it up now. So I can just do the whole day. I'm going to give it a try, and it should be fine. This is what it's going to look like. And I'm not sure yet if I'm going to give the points or not. I'm going to let you guys decide that. I've tried before to write the points and the calories on there, and honestly, there's just not enough room, and it gets so cluttered. And I do, when I do show my full days of eating, I do show the points and calories, and I will still have the points and calories on any recipes that are on my website, but I'm not really counting. I still count points, I just don't count points. I still track points, I just don't pay as much attention to the points as I do the calories. Right now for me, I am just doing so much better with calories. Not dissing points, it got me to where I am today. But for me right now, it's just better for calories. But I understand that a lot of you started following me because of WW and because of points. And I certainly don't want to discount that. So I still will always give points. I just don't know if I'm going to write them on my menu. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I mean, it's really not a big deal for me to do it. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. What else? I guess that's it. So yeah, I have to finish. How did I not finish one day last night when I was doing this? I don't know. Because 10 o'clock probably hit and I had to run and do the mini. If anybody plays the Wordle, and we play the Wordle every day, we have a family group chat. We keep a spreadsheet of who does it in the least amount of guesses, and we have a monthly winner and all that. But we also started playing the mini. If you click on the little 3 bars on the Wordle page, it has a whole bunch of other games you can play. And the mini is a mini crossword. It comes out at 10 o'clock every night. I love that more than the Wordle almost. I think it's timed. It is timed. So if you don't like pressure and you don't like time things, then don't play it. Doug does not like pressure and does not like time things, but he plays it anyway. Just because he enjoys playing it. He just doesn't pay attention to his time. Me and Adam, we pay attention to our times. And so does Stacy's boyfriend, Will. So, it is what it is. It's just something fun. It's fun. It keeps your brain sharp. Because I am a firm believer in, keeping your body healthy and keeping your brain healthy. And I think that word puzzles and games and things like that definitely help to keep your brain a little bit sharp. But anyway, that is it. I am done talking because it's already been 8 minutes. I am going to go finish this menu, putz around a little. Oh, I have to package up eggs. I've got 7 dozen eggs sitting here in baskets, and I've got customers that need them, so I need to get them packaged up and get those ready. So that's what I'm going to do. Always something to do, isn't there? So I will be back when it is breakfast time. So when I package up my eggs, I like all the eggs to be at least 2 ounces, which is the size of a large egg. Most of ours are well over 2 ounces, but the new layers, they're a little bit smaller. So the white ones and the baby blue ones are a little bit smaller. Those I kind of hold back and give away to family and friends. For my customers that purchase the eggs, I make sure all the eggs are a minimum of 2 ounces. Those big dark brown ones that you see, they usually top 3 ounces. So they are bigger than a jumbo egg. And all the different color eggs, depending on the breed of the chicken, they lay different color eggs. We have olive eggers, we have green eggers, we have the prairie bluebells, we have white egg layers, dark brown, light brown, and every color in between. So there they are, our pretty eggs, ready for our customers. Okay, here is my breakfast. It is a single serve French toast bake. I was going to show you how I made it, but it was crazy with kids, which it still is. It's 2 slices of bread that I just kind of break apart. And then I mix 2 eggs, a 1/4 cup of milk, and a tablespoon of sugar and some vanilla. Put the bread in there, mix it all around so everything's wet. Put it in a baking dish that's been sprayed and bake it at 350 for 20 minutes or so till the center's done. Now when I serve it, I'm gonna put it in a bowl and just drizzle it with a little bit of syrup. I'm not gonna eat it out of here. So that is breakfast this morning. As you can see, it was absolutely delicious. Totally hit the spot today. I haven't made this in forever. It is 431 calories and 13 points. You can drastically reduce the points by not using the sugar in it. You can use a sugar substitute and you'll knock 4 points off if you do that. And you can also reduce the points by using a sugar-free syrup. I used 1 tablespoon of the Kirkland's Pure Organic Maple Syrup. If you use a sugar-free syrup, you'll knock 4 points off. So it would only be 5 points if you wanted to lighten it up a bit. And you'd also knock off, I believe, 55, 65, about 70 calories would be knocked off. So you would knock off 8 points and 70 calories. It's time for us to do an Easter craft, and I thought I would show you how to do it. I'll show you one of the kids doing it first, then I'll show you how to do it, and then the other kid doing it. It is a lot of fun. It is called shake painting. It is so easy to do. It is mess-free for them, and we love it. We do a lot of shake painting around here. And by the way, I know no makeup or hair or anything today. Decided to go all natural and just give my face a break because I have nowhere to be and don't need to impress 3-year-olds. Hey, back and forth. Keep shaking it all over the place. Keep shaking. Put it straight down. Shake. So if you ever have to paint with toddlers or make crafts with toddlers, this is a really fun one. It's called shake painting. So I just have this dollar store bucket here. This is the one we use all the time. As you can see, it's got some holes in it, but that's fine. So we cut out shapes of Easter eggs today. Now we already use this. That's why there's paint all over. This is our second one that we're doing. Okay. And then you just take your shape and then you take your paint and you just put dots of paint all over your shape. Yeah, we're recording it. And however many different paints you want. And you can also do this monochromatic. At Valentine's Day, we did a red heart with just white paint. It was really pretty.
Whoa, yeah,
but this is a really no mess.
Whoa, yeah.
Yes, yellow we're doing. We have one more color left. We have green. So you just dot it all over the place. And let me go finish this green and I'll show you what you do next. Okay, so we're all set. We have our dots all over our egg. I have a little too much paint probably, but it'll be fine. And then we have marbles. I don't know if you can see them because they're covered with paint now. I have 6 in there. You can do as many or as few as you want. It'll just depend on what your end project looks like. Yeah, I know, I see. So now this is Jack's. Finn already, you saw Finn shaking his. Now we're gonna have Jack shake his. Shake it, shake it like crazy. Woo, up and down, back and forth, left and right, in circles. Shake the sillies out. Good job. There is our finished products. Now, they are very covered with paint because we used a lot of paint and a lot of different colors. Depending on how much paint you use and how many colors you use, you're always gonna have different outcomes. But it's a fun way to shake the sillies out. It's a nice, neat, clean way to paint, and I just think it looks pretty darn cool. Give you a close-up. It looks kind of tie-dyed. So we had a good time doing it. Okay, while the babies were napping, I decided to try a new recipe for sourdough English muffins. One that you do not have to long ferment overnight, and one that you do not need active starter for, because I had a lot of discard. So I have this one, and one out there. So I have 3 trays of them rising now, and we're gonna cook those up, see how they are. I need to get dinner started to prep, but first I have to go collect eggs. Going out to collect eggs because there's 3 little fluffy butts in the box. I love having this camera in the coop because I can look and say, oh, nope, not going out. There's 3 in there. So really comes in handy. So instead we will pivot and start prepping dinner. No, I'm going to eat lunch. I am hungry. When I do not have a protein-packed breakfast of meat and eggs, I get hungry for lunch. So I am going to have some lunch. Okay, I am going to sit down and eat my lunch since I can't go out and collect eggs right now. This is leftover soup from Soup and Scripture last night. I measured it out. It is 1 cup of broccoli cheddar. I'm going to have to use just a generic thing from the app because I have no idea how he made it. I do know that there's cheddar and Parmesan in here, so I'm going to definitely err on the side of more points and calories than less. So, and I also have finishing up a cup of tea. Okay, I have my pork roast ready to go in the oven. It's a 3.7 pound pork roast. I just have salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder on there. And I am going to cook it in the oven, uncovered. I have a little bit of water in the bottom of the roaster. I'm just gonna cook it uncovered for 40 minutes a pound. So about 2.5 hours. Boy, I really hope these are good because this was the easiest recipe I have ever made for English muffins, and they look absolutely stunning. So I am hoping that these are delicious. I cannot wait to give one a try. Okay, we are sitting down to dinner, and for dinner tonight, I have 4 ounces of lean pork loin roast, and there is a little bit of fat around the edges. I'm going to trim that off. I've got a half a serving of mashed potatoes, tablespoon of gravy, carrots, and sauerkraut. Points and calories will be on the screen. Well, friends, that will do it for me tonight. Oh my gosh, that dinner was so good. With every bite Andrew took, he kept going, oh, this is so good. This is so good. I love pork roast. I love pork roast. And I forget how much I like pork roast. It was really good, but it was way too big. There is a ton left. So I will be figuring out something to do with it, or maybe I'll vacuum seal it and freeze it, pull it out. I don't know. But it was really good, but there's just a lot left. I should have used I had a couple smaller ones in there. Probably should have done that, but oh well, whatever. I know what the guys are taking for lunch tomorrow, so that'll clear a lot of it because they'll take it for lunch tomorrow. So yeah, it was really, really good. Anyway, that is it for me today. I will not be having anything else tonight. Number 1, I am so incredibly full. I was not even that hungry for dinner because that soup just really filled me up. And I went on the app, both apps, MyFitnessPal and Weight Watchers, and I just kind of picked something that was in the middle. I didn't pick the one that was the least. I went on MyFitnessPal and I picked one that was a mid-calorie range, and I was able to find these. I just did like Kirkland brand soup. I know it's not. I know it's homemade, but that was a mid-range one. So I went on the WW app and picked the exact same one. So I was comparing apples to apples. And I wasn't like skewing anything. So, yeah, so it was a good day. Lots of good food. But I'm really full. Really full. I would have loved to have been able to eat like 4 more pieces of pork because it was so delicious. But I knew I had enough and was satisfied because I'm full. And I'm totally done eating anyway because tomorrow's weigh-in. I just want to drink a little bit more to feel, I'm still feeling a little bit puffy, a little bit sodium-y. So I want to just flush myself out a little bit, have a cup of tea or something. And that's it. I think the puffiness might be, we changed up our workouts a little bit. We were going really low impact for a while, and we just started kind of doing a little bit higher impact because we just both felt like we needed it. We were getting very complacent with the low impact. So we've just been kind of mixing it up, like one day of high impact, one day of low impact, one day of high impact, one day of low impact. And today was a high impact day. And sometimes on days like that, I feel a little bit, my muscles feel a little bit tight and holding some water in them. Any day you do burpees is a high impact day. I'm not a big burpee fan, but that's okay. I can do it. I don't mind as long as I don't have to do them for an hour. I'm good. And I only had to do them for 20 seconds 8 times this morning, so that wasn't bad at all. And I can generally get 5 in 20 seconds for the first like 5 or 6, and then I get 4 in. I slow down as the time goes on, but that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. As long as you're moving your body, it's all good. So that's it. That was our day. Tonight is Tuesday, so I need to tackle the ironing pile. I did not do it last Tuesday, and oh my word, the ironing pile is huge. So I am going to put on Spring Baking Champ. I'm going to clean up dinner, put on Spring Baking Championship, and watch that. And I think there's the other one. What is it? The Easter baking something. I don't know. But I will watch both of those while I iron, sip on a cup of tea or a thing of water, and that's going to be my exciting night. Doug is at school for his last class for the semester. Andrew just got home from track practice, had dinner. Now he is showering and working on some laundry as well. He said he has to iron too. If Mama's standing there, she's just going to iron for him. So it is what it is. So that's it. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. Oh, I had questions about the pork roast. All I do, it's pork roast. I season it with salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, whatever you like, put on it. And I roast it for 40 minutes at 325 for 40 minutes a pound, if it's under 5 pounds. And that's it. That's all I do. And it is juicy and delicious as long as your internal temperature is 160. And I put water in the bottom of the roasting pan, and then I use the pan drippings to make a gravy. So that is it. It couldn't be any easier. So we like to serve it with sauerkraut, mashed potatoes, and carrots. They were my home canned carrots. The family doesn't love the home canned carrots. They would really rather me freeze them instead of canning them. And we weren't sure, so it was an experiment last summer. But now we will definitely be freezing them over canning them. So and we did not like the canned corn. We prefer frozen, but we do enjoy the canned green beans, the home canned green beans. So I'll probably be canning some of those. Anyway, now I'm just blabbering because I really don't feel like doing the dishes, and Andrew offered, but I told him to go shower because he was a little ripe from coaching track practice. So anyway, I'm going to go get those dishes done, tackle that ironing, and watch some baking. Thanks again for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. I really enjoy it, and I hope you do too. Hope you enjoyed seeing our little toddler craft today. They came out adorable. I think tomorrow we're decorating sugar cookies shaped like eggs if I get them baked. I really should do that tonight, but I'll do it first thing tomorrow morning because babies don't come till 8. I can have them all done and the buttercream made by then, so not a big deal. And then Monday we're dyeing eggs. I would love to be able to film that for you because we have a really interesting method to dye the eggs with the babies that is messy, but not messy like using cups of dye. Fun messy, so I'll share that with you on Monday. Anyway, my friends, that is it. Have a great night, and I will talk to you all in my next video.